literally thought that the January 6th insurrection was going to be a never forget moment for this country. But here we are. Because, I remember exactly where I was 5 years ago today when it was all starting to happen. Then again, I'm old enough to remember the first time that Roger Stone did it. It was in 1999 to stop the recount in Miami-Dade County after the 2000 election that resulted in us getting Bush. But I also get that a lot of people are not old enough to remember the Brooks Brothers riots. But surely you're all old enough to remember when Roger Stone coined the phrase "stop the steal." That was during the 2015 GOP primaries. He had coined this phrase just in case DJT lost the primary, specifically to Rafael Cruz, who we all know as Ted Cruz. But DJT won, so Roger Stone didn't need that phrase. So he put it in his back pocket. Then we come to 2020, where the tides were turning against DJT. People had been living under his first term, and it was awful, and then the pandemic hit. He completely mishandled it. So in April of 2020, there was a mini insurrection at the Michigan Capitol. And there are many people who say that that mini insurrection was a practice run for J6. People are definitely old enough to remember that. When we come to the election, where 6 million people were like, we can't handle this, we don't vote, but we are going to vote against DJT. And on January 6, 2021, Congress was going to certify the results of a DJT loss. And DJT was egging on his violent MAGA mob, both in person and online, and MAGA breached the Capitol. Congress and the VP were taken to safety, and there was this absolute fucking hero, Eugene Good. There was also this absolute fucking zero, Josh Hawley, who earlier that day was like this to the insurrectionists because he was like all for it. And when the J6 committee showed this video of him running, people chuckled. But on that day, DJT refused to tweet out for his followers to stand down. He also didn't send help. And so MAGA went into the Capitol and did millions of dollars worth of damage, terrifying a shit ton of people, unaliving some people, harming other people, and smearing shit all over the Capitol walls. After that day, the J6 committee was formed and they launched an investigation. They showed us plenty of evidence that DJT was one of the ringleaders of this whole thing. And a criminal investigation was launched. And then Jack Smith was brought on. And this went on for years. And in 2024, DJT won a second fucking term. Because a lot of you forgot about the second biggest never forget moment in our country. And so because he won, the investigations were dropped and Jack Smith resigned. And of course, DJT threatened him. But to this day, I will never understand why DJT was not already in prison well before 2024. He literally should not have been able to run for fucking president. And that is something that really needs to be explained to us, the American people, while we're living through not even the first year of a second DJT term. Because we should not be fucking here.